Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis coming with you with another toy review video. As you can see on the screen, this week's video is going to focus on the Transformers masterpiece MP-52 Destron Air Commander Starscream. And I have to say, this has been a figure I have been waiting on ever since I saw the posting, and ever since one of my friends from Cybertron's Elite, Professor X Prime, had told us about it. He was taking pre-orders and whatnot, so I went ahead and dropped the money for it. And it showed up last week, but I picked it up today. So here it is before you, and it's just right now. This is in a big black box with bold white lettering, and man, oh man, I honestly cannot wait. The whole thing is just basic all the way around, and it just says the same thing all over, so there's no illustrations or anything as of yet. So, but I cannot wait to open them up. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get him opened up. Wow. Okay, so I was in the process of opening him up, and to discover he's in another box which showcases the figure. And I have to say, I am floored. Now, granted, it's a lot different when you have it in front of you than to see it on a YouTube channel reviewed by someone else. I cannot say anything more than that is whoa. Look at the way he is posed and everything. I cannot wait to get him out of the box. Now, of course, you do see, on the bottom over here, the Destron or Decepticon symbol, MP-52 Destron Air Commander Starscream version 2. Now, they do say version 2 because the previous versions, granted, they do show off the figure and everything else, but his form was more tied in with photorealism. This one, even though it does show a lot of photorealism, his transformation and whatnot, or at least in his robot mode, shows off more of a tune accurate design. And of course, certain things on the vehicle mode may not be the same. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Now, when I got this from Professor X Prime, he actually had it in a case which contained 2 Starscreams. So when I opened it, or I should say when he opened it up, I didn't notice it until now, and especially in the black box that the box overlaid on, there was a little bit of a ding on the box here. But hey, it's all good. As long as the figure inside is good, I've got no complaints. But let's go ahead and turn this puppy around, which showcases, showcases Starscream in a side view, showing off a different face with Megatron in hand and a blast effect on there. I honestly hope that there are blast effects on this. On the top side, you do see Transformers masterpiece in reflective silver, and of course Starscream. And on this side, you see him in jet mode with some blast effects coming out of his outtake thruster. So I'm like, wow. So let's go ahead and take one more look, and this time it is on the back side. And oh my God, man, check that out. Now, of course, on the bottom, and I don't know if you can see it, it does say actual size, so you got that height there. And I may bring the box out later on to actually do a side-by-side comparison of this. But you do see a nice bio. Unfortunately, I do not read Japanese. So if anyone out there is able to translate that, please translate it for me and post it on the comments down below. But moving on, you got a lot of great photos that basically they try to emulate certain scenes from the original G1 cartoon, such as this little scene where Megatron is falling and there's Starscream with one foot on him right before he gets knocked on his ass. And of course, you know, where he pulls out a piece of that meteorite out of Megatron's chest, and of course he's got some sort of drill. I'm not exactly sure what that one was all about. I'll have to rewatch the original series for that. But I do believe I recall where his chest opens up to reveal a series of cluster bombs. And of course, you know, the gun scene that you saw on the side. And of course you do see him in jet mode. He's able to open up his canopy as well as the radar dish at his nose cone. And for that one scene that only lasted like maybe a few seconds, where he kind of emulates the girl walk. Now apparently he does have multiple faces. You got the grimace, you got the smile, the smirk. Hold on, I just want to make sure that is what I'm seeing, so let me put on my glasses. Yep. Yeah, you got him smiling, you got the stoic face, you know, like he's yelling, a couple of smirks, and an O face, I think. But in addition, you have Starscream, some blast effects, the faces, the transformed Megatron gun, the claw. Sorry, I had to do it. His null rays, and looks like that is an attachment for this flight stand that is on here. So I'm really looking forward to this. So once again, let me get him out of his box, and let's see, to loosely quote Optibotimus, let's see how cool he really is. All right, folks, there he is out of his box finally, and on his stand along with most of his accessories. And wow. Now, I was messing around with this just for a little bit, just to see how certain things go, such as the flight stand. Now, if you saw the illustration on well, not the illustration, but the photos on the back of the box, it does have a little clear clip that goes underneath this. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. So this clear clip here, and I'm going to see if I can try it. There we go. You know, it clips onto here, on these slots here and here. So when you just put one in, just tap the other one if you can. There we go. That's kind of a tight thing, so do be careful. And then you just put it on here. Now for some reason though, the flight stand on mine was a little loose here and here, so it kept on going down and just kept on going side to side. So what I did was I just took a small Phillips screwdriver and I was able to tighten, you know, the joints. Don't tighten it too much. The last thing you want is to break this. So I mean, there he is, man. And I have to say, man, just so far I am liking what I am seeing. The accessories as well. You got some really cool blast effects, you know, here and here, which I attached to the transformed version of our glorious leader. Then you have this little ball. I'm not exactly sure what this one is for. And then of course you got the little drill. At first I thought it was a very big screw, but no, this is a drill of some kind. And then there's that little claw, which you just clip here, and there we go. Very nice. I'll show this off when I have him transformed into robot mode. And then of course you've got the blast effects, you know, on the back. And let me try and show that off. There we go. Look at that, man. That is so awesome. Now of course these can come off, so I won't always have these on here, honestly. A lot of this will wind up probably, you know, go into the box and whatnot. But man, oh man, look at that. And of course the null rays were originally separate, but I was able to get them transformed into the missile pods that he normally has in vehicle mode. Now one other thing, and I didn't want to take them out of the packaging because they're so small, I didn't want to lose them, but that's the faces here. And look at each of those faces. You got him screaming on one, smiling on another, laughing on another one, doing the O face, and then you have the smirk. He's a smirker. So yeah, man, that is really awesome. Oh yeah, in addition, you also have this collector's card right there, which shows him in both robot and vehicle mode with his stats on there and a bio, more than likely his name, his function, and of course some brief history of the character. Again, for anyone that is fluent in Japanese, translate this for me, please. So let's go ahead and put that off to the side, and then let's go ahead and move some of these out of the way. Get that off to the side, and you can tell right off the bat, you know, he's got a lot of great molded detail here. Now it's not as detailed, you know, as the previous incarnations of Starscream. This is more in line with the tune accuracy than it is with the toy or actual vehicle realism, like in the original first one. And so a lot of details, such as, you know, decals along the sides of the rudders here and whatnot, because in the show they were very minimalistic in a way, you know. So now you can tell this is very panely up here. So when I transform him the first time around, I'm going to do my best to keep everything flushed, but at the same time you see some really good detail on here. When we open up the canopy here, you see the cockpit. Now unlike the previous incarnation, which had like a type of hologram of Dr. Arkeville from the series, you don't have that here in this case. But one thing that it does have is a throwback from the previous one, and that's that radar dish or the sensor. So that goes in here. And let's go ahead and take a look at the underside of Starscream. And as you can tell, they tried to minimalize the kibble, though you can still see robot parts on here. But all in all, it is not too bad. Though I do know I will more than likely have to go ahead and connect this part here with the armature here. Now there's still some plastic wrap, especially around the arms, which I haven't taken off as of yet, mostly because I haven't had a chance to transform him. And then of course you got the well, let's take these off real quick. Take off his cluster bombs or null rays, and we have his rear landing gear. And so let's take that off. We're gonna do a close-up here. So we're gonna do that. Open that up. Open this one up as well. And open this one up. And I'm going to use my trusty X-Acto knife to try and get the wheels out. Once the wheels are out just a bit, just a matter of snapping it like that. Once you hear a snap like that, doesn't mean you broke it, means that you locked in the wheels in the landing position. Then you just close this back piece up, and there you go. Now for the other side, all you're going to do now is open this section up, and we just need to, come on baby, I don't have nails, so forgive me. So once this is out, it's not going to snap, but it just will lay out, and this will close up. Now at this point, I almost forgot to take off the, there we go, take off that thing, and I'm just going to land it there. Now they are on rolling wheels, so it does roll, and I have to say I am very, very impressed with it so far. So that is not bad at all, and it does have, you know, some very good clearance. So yeah, very nice. All right, so give me a moment to go ahead and get a quick drink of water, because my mouth is kind of dry right now because I've been talking a lot, and I will be right back, and we'll start with the transformation. So as you can tell, I have him in vehicle mode, and he rolls. He's got great rolling wheels, a lot of good molded details. As you can tell, I have him connected to this, since there is an armature on here, so that way, you know, you don't really have to, you know, worry about it. Now one thing that I will tell you, in the process of transforming him, he kind of lost face, and there he is. But all in all, yeah, I was able to find it. It was small, so it took me a little bit of time to find it. But seeing as how he's got a few other faces here, I'm gonna go ahead and see which one I may choose. I may go ahead and pick this one, because he's a smirker. So I think during the last part of the transformation, I will go ahead and change the faces on there, so not a big deal here. Now, according to the instructions, as well as a couple of the videos I have reviewed, one of the first parts we're going to do is, let me zoom out just a bit. There we go. One of the first things we're going to do is put in his landing gear. So as you can tell, you hear that snap in there. Just be careful when you do it, because this is, granted it is hard plastic, but it is plastic nonetheless. Once the landing gear is in its compartment, you're going to go ahead and detach the back wings here. So by that, they're held on by a peg, so you're going to just unsnap it there. There is that tab right there, and it goes into that slot. And this is on a swivel, so you're able to go ahead and swivel that out, and there you go. Now once that is there, you just go ahead and detach the wings, and there's like several different areas to detach from. Now also, because the no worries are attached to the wings by a peg, make sure you detach those, because I did forget about that. There's a tab right there that snaps on to the wing right here. You're gonna do the same with the other one, like that, and there you go. Now once that is out of the way, all you gotta do now is take the legs here. Now I did make a mention earlier that there is a feature on here that, as you can tell, I am pushing the thrusters out or pushing them in. I did show you an image from the box which gives it that girl walk mode that you only saw like about a few seconds on the original G1 Transformers series. I was planning on doing that, but I don't know. I'll decide during that time. So now, one of the things you are going to do is once these footsies are pulled out like so, we're going to go ahead and lift this armature here like so. As you can tell, they've already split. There are tabs right there. I'm not sure if I have a stress mark. It looks like I do, so do be careful. Okay, so one thing you're also going to do, just to get in preparation for robot mode, there are panels right here, and you can tell this is a new feature that they did put in for this particular version. I don't recall ever seeing cluster bombs come out from his wings, but it looks like it does have them. So, and come on, there you go. So once that is on there, just gonna go ahead and fold those down, fold this around. Oh, almost forgot, turn the wing around, and there we go. Just fold that in, and then just fold that around. Now there is, I want to say there is a tab somewhere on there. I did see one reviewer, transform this. As you can tell, I'm just doing the exact same thing he did. And now we're just going to go ahead and I know I'm doing something wrong here. So let's try that again. We're going to fold these down as well, like so. And now we're going to go ahead and fold those in. Not sure if I'm doing it right. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and fold that back in, put this like that. There we go. Like so. And there is a tab well, hell, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm concentrating too much on the wrong thing. So going back to the legs, so once these are done, we're gonna go ahead and open this section up. There is a tab right here at the bottom. There is a, oops, for those that didn't see it, there is a tab right here, and it goes into that slot right there. So whenever you're transforming his feet or transforming him from jet mode to vehicle mode, that is what you're going to do. You're going to take this front portion, open that up, and we're going to go ahead and just pull that section there. That is scary tight. So again, do be careful. In addition, we're going to go ahead and just twist this around because it's on a type of rocker hinge, and this we're going to pull out just a bit and then flip this around, like so, like that. And am I doing this right? Yeah, there we go. It's supposed to go in like so, and then you just slide that in, get that hook, and there you go. You got that tabbed in. All right. Now we're gonna do the same with the other one. for those that didn't see it the first time. Once that is opened up, you're going to put this back wing in position like so. Flip it around. You're going to take the edge of this and to lift that up, turn that around, and almost forgot, we gotta get this section open like so. And we gotta get, there we go, get that section there. So once that is there, I'm gonna go ahead and there we go, slide that in. Almost forgot, come on. So sometimes that happens. Just gotta go ahead and woo. Oh, come on, damn it. Let me pull this out of the way before I accidentally stab myself. Now there is a tab right there. It goes into a slot right here, or I should say right here on this side. You gotta make sure that is tabbed in there correctly, otherwise it will fall in again. And once that's there, that is it. Now, there we go. He's in his Gerwalk mode. Not really. I did say that wasn't planning on doing that. It's, I don't know. Well, you know what? Tell you what. Let's go ahead and do it anyway. And turn this around and put the wings back the way they were. Not sure why they did this variation. Okay, let's get that tabbed in there. Come on, tab in, damn it. Okay, for some reason it is not tabbing. As Dr. McCoy once says, I know engineers, they love to change things. And for anyone who's ever saw the 1979 Star Trek The Motion Picture, you will know what I'm talking about. If not, go watch it. Anyway, let's see here. So, a lot of these need to be snapped back in. Come on, snap in there, damn it. So this is one of the reasons why I took so long before coming back and for God's sake. Anyway, going back to what I was saying originally, it's because a lot of this was just there we go. I think I got it. Do I have it? Yes. Okay, so I'll take these wing rudders, put those back in, slide the cluster bombs back to the way they were, get those tabbed in there. Now, come on, get in there. There we go. And there is the Gerwalk mode. It's a thing. Honestly, it's a thing. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on. I wasn't planning on doing it, but I was like, no, what the hell. So with that being done, let's go ahead and get his legs straightened out. Let's detach his cluster bombs, and get the wings back up. Okay, so now at this point I'm going to go ahead and flip these up a bit, and this is going to detach from this section here. Once that is done, this will reveal the arms. The arms, this was the problem I was having earlier because I had forgotten how they looked. I wasn't paying attention. That's my fault. But these arms are supposed to go like this. So once they are out, then we just have to go ahead and fold the arms like so. For those that didn't see it the first time, we're going to fold these wing bits out, put the arms like so. Ooh. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and turn this section in, and that, come on, will connect to the rest of the arm, like so. And there you go. Now we're going to do the same with the other one for those that didn't see it the first time. So this arm is going to flip around, and then you're going to tab it, and there you go. All right, now this is what I was talking about. Okay, so we get this. The arms have butterfly hinges, so you're going to open those up. You're going to turn these wings like so. And I'm just praying that I did not bend this. Okay, it doesn't shoot. I think I may have a stress mark, but no, okay, no, I don't have a stress mark. Thank God. For the amount of money I paid for this and the amount of time I waited for it, yeah, that's the last thing I want. Now, there are other areas to look into as well. So before we continue on, one of the things we need to do is these little armatures here. These will make up the sides. We fold these out and fold these out again. There we go. And like so. Now with that being done, I'm going to go ahead and fold this now. One of the things, this section here, the cockpit, needs to untab. Now, as I showed you earlier, this canopy section does open up, but there's a fall canopy for this robot mode, so that's going to slide in there. But we need to fold this seat in like so, and that will take care of that. This will fold in like that. Oh yeah, almost forgot. This section here, this back section here, does turn. It's got a little swivel. Then once that's there, you're just going to tap that in like so. This is going to go and cover up. And there we go. And we need to come on, damn it, you were doing it just now. Shit. I'm sorry, folks. I do get frustrated easily, you know, and oh, for God's sake. There. Okay. So, there we go. Good gravy. And, okay, so now, just gotta go ahead and fold this. There we go. Okay, so now I'm still trying to get this to, come on, damn it. There. Getting there. Okay, now as you can tell, he doesn't have a face. That's because it popped off during the process of transformation. So I'm going to go ahead and put his original face that it came with back on. Okay, so as you can tell, these wings are on a type of rocker hinge, and this will allow this section to fold in. Now these little sections that make up, that taper off into the body of the plane, they tend to go ahead and just go in there. Okay. And of course there are little pieces right here that just go flush. At least they're supposed to go flush. Ah, damn it. Okay, so now we go ahead and put the arms back like so. Now one thing I almost forgot that we can do is we're going to open up this section here and pull the no raise. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this side, and there we go. Hold the no raise, zip that, and there we go. So far, so good. And you can tell I'm being a fucking smart ass when I say it like that, because I'm already fucking frustrated. I mean, Starscream, you know, his character was a total asshole, always trying to observe Megatron, but you know, he keeps trying. But nonetheless, so now we're going to go ahead and try and get these wings to, there we go, to go in. Oh, we got to turn these around so they go in a little flush. At least that's how I... Jesus fucking Christ, man. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Like I said, I'm already frustrated. Jeez. Seriously? Luckily, it's not that big of an issue. Let's see if I can snap these things back on. Alright, there we go. Now, there's supposed to be a slot to where it's supposed to go in. There we go. And then, of course, okay. And then we got this side. Okay, so now just gotta go ahead and put that in. And there is a tab right here. It goes into that slot. So I'm going to try, there we go, try and snap that puppy in there. It looks like this one snapped in there. So, yay! Jesus. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. He's got hands. But you know what? He also has accessories. So before I pull out his hands, we're going to go ahead and do the whole drill thing, which there is a slot on there. There's a peg right there, and there we go. You have a new dentist, Dr. Starscream. Oh my god. And let's face it, the doctor is insane. So, in addition, let's go ahead and whoop! Come on, Screamer, work with me here, fucker. Yeah, like I said, I'm already frustrated. Let's take at least one hand out. Come on, get out of there. Now, one thing I am noticing is that the knees are a little bit loose. Okay, so now we have him with his magic hand, as the instruction had called it, and he's holding a piece of space junk that he pulled out of Megatron's chest in that one episode, you know, for cosmic rust. And yeah, not too shabby. Okay, and then of course, let's take that off and pull out his other hand. And we're going to open up his hand. Now, like all Masterpiece hands, they all, you know, most of them are not entirely articulate, but this time around, he does have articulated fingers. So it's like yeah, I'm gonna zoom in on that because that's gonna make a really boss picture. It makes me wonder which group he likes, man. Is he a Kiss fan? Is he Ozzy? Is he System of a Down? You know, does he like, you know, obscure, you know, shriek metal? Does he like, you know, black or death metal? I mean, what kind of music does the Screamer like? So, I want to hear from you all. I want your answers. Put that in the damn descriptions. I mean, not in the descriptions, in the comments. I want to hear what you think the Screamer likes to listen to. Anyway, let's move on. So, now at this point, we're going to go ahead and put his weapon. Now, like with all Masterpiece hands, you got the little slot. So we're going to go ahead and just put that on there. Now there you go. It's got to be lifted up. Put in the hand. And for some reason... Ah, damn you. Come on, stay in there. Yeah, this is one of the complaints that I've been hearing a lot when it comes down to this figure. Oh, with almost any Masterpiece figure. I mean, shoot. Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, so... Come on, get in there. Get in there, goddammit you. Yep. I'm really liking it. I really do. I just wish that the weapon will stay on his hand. So, yeah, not too shabby. I mean, he does have an unintentional ab crunch. And not too bad. I mean, you know, not too bad. I mean, yeah, I've had, you know, yeah. Yep, ever since I discovered those hands are that articulated away, I am going to put him in the rocker pose. Unless he's an Aggies fan, then, you know, who knows. But, you know, whoops, there goes his weapon. But then again, you know, there is Starscream, and, you know, he is rude. And so... he's just telling everyone to basically, well, you get the idea. Oh, damn it to hell. That is... Oh, alright. So let's see here. So let's go ahead, instead of just playing around with old Screamer, let me go ahead and bring in a couple of additional figures to do a side-by-side comparison. So the only Masterpiece I have in front of me is going to be Megatron, or at least, you know, the Emperor of Destruction, which is the third-party version of Megatron. So, and I've got him with a faceplate that pretty much shows he is not pleased with Starscream's impertinence. So I'm just gonna put him right there. And yeah, it's like, really, Starscream? The finger? And of course, you know, I'm gonna try and get him situated to where I have him in a choking pose. So give me a moment, I'll be right back. Okay, I wasn't able to get him in a choking position, but this is pretty much classic. About to go ahead and blow Screamer's head off for being such an impertinent asshole. And on his knees. So, you know, it is what it is. But I mean, I like it. They do scale very nicely. And I'm going to go ahead and get him positioned. And get him back up on his feet. So, and other than that, I mean, this, not too bad. I have to say, this was a good purchase. Granted, the transformation is a little bit too intensive. So, you know. And one other thing, and of course, this always chaps my hide, and that's the symbol in the back. Like always, they wind up putting it upside down on both sides, mind you. So I may wind up trying to go ahead and see if I can rub that off with some rubbing alcohol. And I will go ahead and put some, you know, some Toy Hack stickers on it. The same way I did with this Megatron. He didn't have a Decepticon symbol, but I did wind up putting a Toy Hacks label on there, which I may wind up putting another one because this one's flaking off. And the only reason why I wound up getting this one instead of another MP-36 is because of this. Because it covered up that gap extremely well. Now, of course, I did have issues with the Canon where it's like it just did not work, so I'm going to see if I can try and replace that. Now, again, this is not a Emperor Destruction or Megatron review, but I'm going to go ahead and take him out of there. And we're going to go ahead and just focus on Screamer. Okay, so I have to say, on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm going to give him an 8, mostly because of the complexity of how complex his transformation is. Again, the common gripe that I've got is that his symbol is upside down when it should not be in robot mode. Now, there'll be people that say, oh, well, I've seen it upside down, but most of the time you do see it right side up. And that's how I remember it. This is me personally. Oh, almost forgot. One other feature that this figure does have, and that's his cluster bombs, which only appeared maybe just once, you know, in the original G1 series. So I'm just, you know, that is honestly, that is really awesome to see. And yeah, that is, yeah, I mean, you know, if nothing else, you know, it's just like, you where he's just like, yeah, just firing, having his chest open up and firing, sort of like Guyver, but not as cool. Yeah, I mean, Jesus. Oh, you know what? I should do one more size comparison, and I'm gonna do a side-by-side with Siege Skyfire. And I have to say, these two are really awesome looking together. I mean, unlike the third-party counterpart, FEDEX, which is probably just a little bit taller, I like it. I like it. I mean, it's like, they're, there he is, like, just like, who are you to be wearing that symbol? Yeah, I can't do his voice. I'm sorry, man. But other than that, I have to say this is a really cool figure, with the exception of the issues I brought up. It's not too bad. Originally, I was going to go ahead and put on one of his alternate faces, but you know what? I'm just going to keep that one in, because more than likely, I'm not going to transform him out of robot mode anytime soon. So, there it is. But other than that, I mean, go ahead and put big boy out of the way. Oh, there we go. All right, so let me ask y'all something. Have you gotten this figure? Or are you planning to get this figure? And if you do, I mean, just based off of this review, do you like him? Do you hate him? Leave me your comments about him in the comment section down below. I want you to like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Click on the bell icon so you can receive notifications on when I put up new videos. Ooh, almost forgot something too. During the transformation, his knee parts are supposed to go up. So that's one thing I did forget. So sorry about that, being late on the ball. But you know what they say, better late than never. But like I said before, comment, like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you'll be notified when new videos come up. So, this is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.
We'll be right back.